Hi, friends. Hello, hello. Hi. How are you? This is Marina Shepelsky, and this is our weekly Shepelsky Law Immigration News. I'm here in New York and New Jersey area. Our office is in New York City. We're an immigration law firm, and this show is about immigration news and part of our attorney advertising. Also, anything I say in this show, in this live, is not at all legal advice. For you guys to get really detailed information, you have to call our office for a consultation or email me. My email will be on the bottom of the screen. This is my email right here. And I am going live here on TikTok. Hello, my TikTok friends. And people are saying greetings from Kenya. And I'm going to turn on my comments here. I am talking to people live on both TikTok and on YouTube and on Facebook and all of these platforms that you can interact with me. Please feel free to post your questions and I will answer them live. I'm going to give a couple more minutes to get people to join because I'm not sure if people are yet watching. I do see that on TikTok people are watching and people are saying hello from Philippines. Hi Philippines, how are you? And my phone is here on top, so I'm doing TikTok at the same time. So don't think I'm crazy and looking in places. Well, I'm a little crazy, but not as crazy as you think. All right, let's get right into it. I see people are watching, and I'm gonna get into our show. Okay, let's talk about the new citizenship test. USCIS today announced that they're trying a new naturalization test. They're testing people out to see if the new test will work. Now, they're only testing new questions for civics and history, like who was the first president of the United States, what is the name of your state's governor, who are the two senators from your state, how many senators are there, how many representatives are there in the U.S. House of Representatives. My kids who are now in 8th grade in middle school or junior high school are getting to learn about this process. And my daughter was surveying me and asking me all these questions the other day, like who wrote the national anthem, what is the name of the American national anthem, and so on. So they're trying a new test, and they're not testing people on reading and writing, but it's only for the questions about U.S. government and history. During the trial for the new test, they are testing about 1,500 adult participants. These are people who are currently attending English language classes and preparing for the citizenship test. So we will see, this will be 5 months in 2023. They're seeing how the new citizenship test will work for real people. So that's news item number one. The biggest news of this week is the new green card form. If you're filing for a green card based on marriage, based on family unification, and this is inside the United States, Form I-485. That's the form that you need to use when you're inside the United States filing for adjustment of status, a green card form. And that form has new questions. And the new version of this form, a much harder version, is going in effect as of December 23, 2022. So in only 2 weeks, the new form will be in only 2 weeks, and it has added to it new public charge rule questions. What is the public charge rule? It's a rule that says if you are unifying with anybody, like a husband or wife or a child or a citizen filing for kids or a green card holder filing for a spouse or kids, you have to prove that you can support them. Now, this public charge rule is taking on some of what Trump wanted to do, and Trump even had a form for this. But what they did is when Biden came into the office, he got rid of all these Trump rules, and yet this is bringing back that Trump era public charge concept that the immigrant himself or herself has to prove that they didn't get any benefits already, and also that they don't have debts. That's a new question they added. Income, debts, level of education, your skills, like what kind of work do you do? And finally, if you've already used government assistance, cash, like for example, welfare or something like that, or Medicaid or free insurance or anything like that. So the government in the past never asked you about your debts, but the new version that you must use after December 23 will ask you about your income, assets. Assets is like your bank accounts, your house, your car, anything that has value and you can sell, and your debt amounts. That includes mortgages, credit cards, student loans, and small business loans. Also, you should report them if they're more than 10,000, but credit cards, definitely yes, if they're more than 10,000. Also, the government wants to know about your education skills and job qualifications. So it's like an interview now. You have to disclose the highest level of education, your professional certificates, your job skills, and this information will help the government figure out if you will be working in the United States and in what professions. And finally, they want to know if you used government assistance, government benefits before and already were here at the U.S. government expense. And there will be rules about that. We'll see how this works. For now, they're saying you don't need to provide documents to support any of this, right? You don't need to give them paperwork like your resume, but who knows? In the future, they might request evidence, and this is probably going to make things harder, for sure, for immigrants who want to do family unification. Finally seeing people watching, and there's a hello coming in from F Baby. Good morning from Minnesota. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. People are saying good morning. Imran is asking a question. I'll get back to you. People on TikTok. Hello from California. I'm watching. Hello. Thank you for watching. People are starting to ask questions. Good. I'm going to get to your questions in 1 minute. My final piece of news, I usually pick about three, but today maybe I'll mention 4. My final 2 pieces of news then is that the Trump administration has a little bit of an effect even now since they left the office. They did so much, and we thought that when Biden came in and became our president that things were going to change, but a lot of the Trump echoes are still coming back and actually coming back with full vengeance, just like the public charge rule that's now become part of the green card form that I just talked about, but also the border policies, the U.S. border policies are coming back from Trump time. The Biden administration has spoken about bringing back Title 42. That's a public health law that ICE has been using to turn people away and reject them, throw them away at the border. They've talked about bringing back wait in Mexico rules for filing for asylum online and waiting in Mexico. They also talked about bringing back the transit ban. Transit ban is when you're filing for asylum, but you lived in another country or you stayed in another country for like a few days, and it could have been more than 14 days. And then they will say, okay, you cannot ask for asylum. You were in Mexico for 15 days. You should have asked for asylum in Mexico. So they're facing a lot of political backlash. People are criticizing them, saying it's bad. Don't do it, okay? So we'll see how that works. And finally, USCIS announced that they're adding more H-2B visas. I just want to go to that piece of news and read that out loud to you guys, because I want to be precise. I don't want to just like say things, because you guys deserve to have the right information here. And 1 second. So H-2B visas, more are going to be added for the fiscal year 2023 that started already. The fiscal year starts on October 1, 2022, and runs to September 30, 2023. So in this year coming up, DHS, Department of Homeland Security, and Department of Labor are adding supplemental, more H-2B visas for U.S. employers seeking to file for additional workers for this year, and they're going to make about 44,700 visas available to returning workers who received H-2B visas or were otherwise already approved for H-2B status during the last 3 fiscal years. And final piece of news, I'm sorry, I have to take that off the screen. Final piece of news today is that the Congress, U.S. Congress, is starting to talk about removing the per country caps on work visas, right? So as you know, there's only a certain amount of visas that are allowed to be filed for workers in India, from India. So people that are coming in, they're limiting how many people are coming in from India, from Mexico, from Philippines. They're talking about getting rid of those so that just regular caps apply to everybody, and it's not less for people from India or Mexico or Philippines. And that I'm going to end my news for the day. I'm going to answer the question from Imran Malik. He writes, "Good morning, ma'am. My wife applied for my green card application in May, and we submitted our request for evidence response in May. We did not get any decision yet on it. They did receive our reply to their request for evidence. How can I expedite or enhance my process?" So we're in December, right? We're in December, and you can go to this link, which I now have here on the screen. It's egov.uscis.gov processing times. You can Google USCIS processing times, and you can check out the exact processing times that on the average will take for your I-485. So you want to pull down I-485 and choose the field office where you live. So if you live in Georgia and your office is Atlanta, find how long Atlanta waiting times are. But since you only have been waiting for about 7 months, it's not enough time to worry. And really, honestly, there's no way to expedite it even more than it's already being expedited. So there you go. I answered that question. There's a question from Nana on TikTok. Please, after you're married to a U.S. citizen, how many months can you start your immigration process? You can start it the next day. As soon as you're married to a U.S. citizen, you can file your I-130 and I-485, I-765 for work permit the next day. There's no need to wait after you get married to a U.S. citizen to begin legalizing. You can do it the same day. Okay. Greetings from Ghana on TikTok. So Harper Jeet Jabu wants me to talk about the I-485. I discussed already the changes with the green card application, the new public charge rule questions that are added to it now as of December 23. What can I say? Now, more than ever, you need a lawyer. Anytime you have to do discussions about your assets, your debts, your income, you need an attorney and even sometimes an accountant to put in the right numbers and to go through everything. You need to be more prepared than ever. From now on, I really do not think, and I mean it seriously, you can do this without an attorney. We'll be happy to help you with a marriage case, with a family case, with a case where you're doing your green card through being abused in a marriage to a U.S. citizen, VAWA. If you have asylum, give us a call. Don't do this alone. It's a big mistake to go to a paralegal, those people who have no responsibility. If someone doesn't sign your form, doesn't put their name on your applications, you shouldn't use them. They will screw up your case. Oh, and Marina says, he filed in Baltimore, and the processing time is 49 months. That's probably how long it's going to take. I'm sorry, that's how long it takes. Uh, um, Shianka on YouTube is asking, worst case scenario, and you travel on advance parole and you don't get paroled back in the country. Does your immigration case get canceled? I don't think it gets canceled, but you will not be able to come back, and it's going to be switched to consular processing. And consular processing means you will have to do your interview and explain unlawful presence outside of the United States, and your chances of coming back are super low. But the good news is, in my personal practice, I've never seen somebody not allowed back with a valid advance parole. If you have an advance parole, they will let you back in. If it's not expired, if there's no crimes or anything like that, you're going to come back. Don't worry about it, and stop imagining the worst case scenario is just not going to happen. Okay. Jesus Castro says, let's give Marina a thumbs up. Thank you. And I ask you, if you're watching me on TikTok, next time, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can watch on YouTube, and it's like a little bit easier for me to answer questions there. But also, you can watch longer videos, because on TikTok, my videos are short. I cannot do more than I check statistics. On TikTok, people only watch like 7 seconds. And on YouTube, I make videos that are 8 to 12 to sometimes 16 minutes long. I know sounds like it's not that much, but people don't have the attention span to watch a lot of information for a long time now. Makan Traore on YouTube says, how long does it take for the Board of Immigration Appeals to make a decision to reopen the case? Up to 3 years sometimes. Up to 3 years sometimes. Okay, now I'm going to read some of the questions from TikTok. And feel free to post your comments. I will try my best to answer everything today. Okay. Unemployment benefits, are they considered a violation of the public charge rule? Is asking for Hasabi 222 on TikTok. Good question. Unemployment benefits are not a violation, because these are not government assistance. You paid into the system to be eligible to get unemployment benefits by earning money, by working here. So it is not a violation. It's not considered government assistance. And I have a friend here whose name is Wapanji. He says, I'm from Gambia, and he's 35 and single and ready to mingle. So if there's U.S. citizens watching, looking for love, there's Wapanji on TikTok. He is looking for love. Other delays for interviews for spouses. There says Zoe Monroe on TikTok. Yes, there's delays for spouses and everyone else, and you can check processing times by going on the USCIS website. Robin on Binary says, hi, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm having an amazing day. I'm working from home, as I usually do on Wednesdays, and that's my favorite day because I get so much done working from home. At work, I'm super busy, and I have a lot of people in the office that come, and we have meetings, and we discuss things. Like, for example, we meet with our attorneys all the time and discuss case strategies, what's going on with all our cases. So even if you call us and you talk to another lawyer and you don't even see me in your case, I'm always there in the background, I promise. By the way, a couple of words about how things work in our office. When you call us, we'll ask you to schedule a paid consultation. It's not free, it's paid. And it's probably not going to be me. It's going to be one of our lawyers. They're amazing. I personally train everyone who works with us. We win cases that they file in our office every single day. This week, we won an amazing case for a guy from Hungary. He was with us since February 2020. So we started during the pandemic for VAWA. He was abused by his U.S. citizen wife, and he got his green card on Monday. We got weekend mail, and on Monday, we saw that he got approved. A lady from Kazakhstan got her U.S. citizenship, and I had her since she filed for asylum. That means I've had her since like 7 or 8 years ago, and she finally got US citizenship. We had a bunch of work permits. We had another VAWA petition approved, but not yet a green card, just the VAWA petition. And this means our teamwork is really good. Don't be afraid to work with our team. And we work really, truly as a team, not just me working alone. Although I know you see my face here, and you haven't met our team yet in person, but we're there. Vikash Karpen is asking on TikTok, how long does it take for a child over the age of 21 to get a green card when a permanent resident files for them? If you go to this processing times link that I'm about to show you, and I show at every show now, I'm going to check it out for you. If you're watching on YouTube, I highlighted the link on the screen. So you could just write it down or copy and paste it, and you can see it. Okay, so I, 130, filed for a green card holder, filing for a child over 21. And let's say you're in the Texas Service Center. The Texas Service Center takes about 32 months for that type of petition. California Service Center takes about 64 months. So that's how long it might take you to get legalized and get a visa through a green card holder parent. And plus, there's a waiting time. There's a waiting time generally from the time you file. I go to current visa bulletin, and this is where I check. The waiting times for visa issuance in different. I'm gonna make a new banner with this information. This is where you check the visa times for different family categories, right? So if you're watching me on YouTube, it's on the screen now. You go to Visa Bulletin, you can Google it, and I look at December 2022, and I look at the category F2B. That is the category for when green card holders file for unmarried sons or daughters 21 years or older, and they're working now on September 2015. So the wait time, as you can understand, is about 7 years. To answer your question about when a green card holder parent files for an adult child who is single. And Robin on Binary says, thank you for educating us. Very welcome. Okay, we have a question from Bea, who says, how can I have a visa to come to the United States if I have a fiance in the United States? Your fiance should file for a fiance petition for you, I-129F, like Frank. And then after you get approved, you can come here as a fiance K1 visa holder, and you can get a green card when you marry them within 90 days. Good morning, says DJ Catracho. Good morning. Ron is asking, how long will it take for the C09? That's the category on which her work permit is based on. So how long will it take for me to get a work permit based on C09? Is based on a family case, right? So I go to I-760. Again, I'm going to highlight where I go to check so that you don't think that it's, no, not this one, this one. For processing times, I go processing times, I-765, the form is on the list. I do C09 here, and I find your field office. Let's pretend it's California because I didn't know where you're from. If you're in California, it's 16 months to get a work permit. If your case is in Nebraska Service Center, it's 14 months. Now, what office do you have? You look at the receipt notice that USCIS mails you when they receive your application for I-765 work authorization. In the bottom left corner is the information for which specific service center from USCIS is handling your application. So this is where you look it up. You look up here. Then there's a question here about how long does it take for a VAWA application. And if we do it, we do VAWA a lot It's our one of our main case types: asylum and VAWA, anything humanitarian. VAWA is only in the Vermont Service Center, and VAWA is now taking 32 months to process. So we do handle VAWA, and the cases take about 32 months to be approved, and then add another 6 to 9 months for a green card to come based on the approved VAWA. So that's how long it takes. Ashu Kathari 96 asks, how can, so it says, hi, can you please tell me how long it takes for the I-130 to be processed? It's being reviewed for 9 months. It could take up to a year and a half even to be processed. Then Choka Bast says, if I entered on a B1 or Choka Boss TT, I guess, if I entered on a B1 visa, how long after my entry can I marry a US citizen? I usually recommend to wait 90 days from the date you come in as a tourist, okay? 90 days. And I move on to TikTok, from TikTok to YouTube. Marlon says, hi, Marina. If a person is married for 5 years and just filed the I-130 petition, could this count as a red flag due to the length of time between marriage and filing time? I don't think so. I mean, people sometimes wait for different reasons. But in any interviews, you have to be prepared to be asked about your marriage, how long you're married, what's going on, where do you live, bills together, and so on. Ezekiel King says, I just got my combo work authorization and advance parole card. It's a plastic card that both allows somebody to work in the United States and to travel with advance parole. And he's scared because he got arrested 2 times for suspended license and alleged forgery. Both cases got dismissed without parole program. Can I go? This is a situation where I might caution you from going. You can go, but be prepared that they might ask you to show arrest disposition, and they will bother you. I actually, in your case, will say don't go. People with arrest, even though those things were dismissed, I always feel uncomfortable letting you guys travel. So I would say, to be on the safe side, do not travel, Mr. King. Adiola says, hello, do you know how long it might take? My attorney just expedited my case for a second hearing in court due to a death humanitarian reason. How long will it take you to get a master calendar hearing? Sometimes a few weeks. It depends if the court approved it. Marlon says, blessings, Marina. Shianka says, thank you. We answered this. Good morning from Marcella, double M. My friend Camus says, hello, my favorite lawyer. This is Camus from Atlanta. Oh, so it's Camus J. I guess the J is from the last name. Good morning, Camus from Atlanta. Love, so he says, please tell me, ratting of Judgment McKee, James, New York. I don't understand what that means. Okay. Rating. Oh, rating. I'm sorry. Please tell me how Judge McGee in New York is. Okay, let's see. So I go to this website, and I don't want you to think, I don't want you guys to think that like I come up with this from my head, right? So I'm going to this website. I'm going to create the banner and show this right now. Track immigration and style. Okay. So this is the website. Give me a second. I'm going to create this banner. Okay, the website is from an organization called Track that tracks all the immigration judges in the United States, and you can look up their rating. And if this is from New York, we can look up judges by name. Give me a second. I'm going to look it up. They have so much reports now here to check from. gonna just Google it. Track report by immigration judge. Judge by judge decision. And okay, so your judge's name is Judge McKee in New York. So I'm gonna just look for McKee. And I don't see this judge on the list. Maybe they're new and they're not yet on the judge list for New York. Let me see. Maybe it's McGee? No. No, I don't see this judge here on the list. There's Judge Mongovan, Mulligan. There's Manuel. That's already in Newark. There's McFarland, Michael McFarland. Weird. James. Let me see James. There's Judge Bloomington. There's Judge McCarthy in Cleveland, but he said New York. So this is not it. Oh, there's McKee with a K. Yes, I found him. It's Judge McKee with a K. McKee. All right. So Judge McKee approves only 26% of cases and denies 74%. And here, I'm going to post this link right now. I'm going to fix this because I think that people are more interested in the judges than the cities. Okay, here is where you can find immigration reports by the judge. If you're watching on YouTube, you're looking at the screen, and I posted the link there. Judge McKee in New York, James McKee, has about 26% approval for asylum cases. And let me see, McKee. I want to see if you have not asylum, but something else. About 11% approval. Oh, this is the wrong judge. Okay. So sort of on the low side, but not so bad. Yeah, so if you have asylum or anything else, your percentage of approval, or like your kind of chance, is about 26%. All right. All right. So let's go back to our comments, and let me take this off the screen. My phone number is on the bottom of the screen if you want to call our office and schedule a consultation. How are Portland, Oregon immigration courts? I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go to this report, and I'm going to tell you, because it's interesting. On TikTok, I'm getting the same question about immigration judges as I do on YouTube, which means I'm on the right track, guys. So that means we're all like thinking at the same time about the same things. In Portland, we have one good judge, Judge Bennett, who gives about 55%, more than half of the cases. The rest of the judges give 38%, 22%, and 18% approval. So we are between 18 to 55% approval if you are in Portland. All right. So somebody on TikTok says, my daughter lives in the US since 2003, and I have a daughter. Now, how can she? Oh, so like there's another daughter. How can my other daughter get a green card? Her US citizen sister probably should file for her, or if your US citizen daughter files for you, you get a green card, you file for your other daughter then. Okay. Jana 1823 is asking me on TikTok, after 3 years, a holder of a resident card, a green card holder, can they get a divorce and apply for US citizenship? So if you get divorced from the US citizenship that got you your 2-year green card, first you have to get the 10-year green card. Then you wait for 5 years from the date on your green card as the date you became a resident, and then you file for citizenship. For people who are divorced from the sponsor spouse, it takes 5 years to get that US citizenship, a little longer. All right, let's see. Adiola is asking, how do I know what judge is handling my case before the hearing? You will know the week of your hearing who your judge is. Your lawyer can just call the court, or you can call the court and ask who will be my judge, and you will know. Also, if you go, again, I'm gonna highlight another link, and you go to automated immigration court. Okay. This is the link. I'm adding banners today all over the place. I learned how to do this. Okay, if you go on the link that I highlighted on YouTube here, and people on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can watch with links on your screen. You go to acis.eoir.justice.gov/English. Okay, and you type in your alien number. A few days before your hearing, your information will show up there, and the judge's name will be there. So that way you can tell who will be your judge. Thank you, says Love Sohi. Okay. You're welcome. What else? Okay, Anieke is saying, what if I get a divorce and my case was in the F3 category? What will happen? You move up to the F2B category. If you are no longer married as a son or daughter of U.S. citizen for whom a case is pending, you move up to the F2B category, which is about 7 years quicker. So there is life after divorce, and there is a benefit to getting divorced. Not that I'm saying people should get divorced, but there are some good things about being divorced while you're waiting for so many years. You'd have to wait less. And Demetrius is asking, are there any updates, or is anything, I guess, happening faster for the Form I-751 removal of conditions? This is for people who have a 2-year green card and filed for a 10-year green card. I'm going to go right into this link that I always say that I go to, and I'm going to highlight it here for you guys. I want you guys to learn how to check this yourselves, so you don't have to just wait for the next week for me to look this up for you. You go to the processing times on the USCIS website, and you look up your form number, and you look up how long it will take. It's very easy. You find the form I-751. I'm in there already. And it's called processing times. Check case processing times is the caption of this uscis.gov page, okay? The form is removal of conditions. Let's pretend you're in the Vermont Service Center. If you're in Vermont, it's taking 19 months for your I-751 to be processed. If you were in California, it takes 14 months. But if you are in Texas, it takes 16 months. So it's actually a little less time. It's like around 2 years, under 2 years. Okay? So if you filed, it should take you less than 2 years now. Question on YouTube from Pella. Can I file an I-730 petition? This is for people who win asylum or get approved for asylum, filing for their children under 21 and spouse. Can I file I-730 petition immediately after I win asylum, and will I need a sponsor? You can file immediately, and you do not need a sponsor. You are the sponsor. And one more question. First of all, Shoker Angie on TikTok says this is her first time watching. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions or you want a consultation, we do paid consultation, and we'll give you like your plan of action when you call us. Sikander 2300 says renew VAWA, advanced parole, is the fee waived? Usually, yes. Yes. Um, uh, Harold Jaw says he filed for green card adjustment of status and permit, residence permit last year, and he hasn't had any response since then. It's taking between 8 months in some cases to 3.5 years even for some people to get their green card. So it takes a long time. Don't be frustrated. All right, so I hope you guys are going to be watching the soccer championship that's happening in Qatar. It's a big deal. I know my dad and my husband are watching. Everybody's excited. If you are from most countries, even from the United States, people are watching the soccer tournament and going nuts about it. And I understand why, because soccer is a very beautiful and competitive sport. So if you're watching, think of me next time you turn the TV on. I will probably be watching too. This ends our show. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. Please call us if you have any questions. Our team is amazing. We win our cases. We really care about winning. We have great customer service. We call everyone back. We will keep you, we'll keep you apprised. We'll keep you in the loop with your case if you work with us, and you will not regret it. Give us a call. Have a great week. See you next week. Oh, probably not next week because I will be traveling. Next week, I'm on vacation. So see you in 2 weeks, guys. Take care. Have a great week. Bye-bye.